It's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now a play fake here on first down. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside. They used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That'll be complete to Breida. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
The gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is Mostert. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield off the play fake. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mayfield down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there. You might out of a smaller back. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Mayfield throwing complete there to Hooper. 7 yards, the pickup there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also,
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call. All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. That is caught inside the 5. And the Jets are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. They'll run here with Robinson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Raheem Mostert. His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
Jets 7, Browns nothing. Cairo Santos set to
now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught inside the 15. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
11 more on that one, and another first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Jets 7.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time
he's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
It's a gain of 5, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Randy Gregory with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Mostert. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This one complete to Christian Kirk.
The pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Mayfield able to find Hunt out of the backfield. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
3rd down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Tyus Bowser able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
Albrecht Rosas on for the field goal.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Hassan Reddick just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It's 3rd down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. They'll air this one out for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
48-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, as the first half is winding down, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The quarterback sacked. A loss of 6.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th.
He was tackled at the
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Jets.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there. First down. Now Mostert. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
taken down.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And it's caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's Mostert. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
The ball carrier.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, New York.
Here's Mostert. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
Well, credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Final minute now of the third quarter. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Number 14, incomplete. Brings up third.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
The third quarter with the score Jets 22, Browns 18.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true, that's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, So good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Curtis Weaver showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
Third down.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. That is caught at the 7. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete right around the 8. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets have once again taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, Parker, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 24. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw, and he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack, but he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do and kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach now, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
He's back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And he is going to have a Browns first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Landry again the intended target, and it's second down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Here's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And it's complete. Hooper. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on? Broses now to add the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
ties the game.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
6-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The quarterback is sacked. A loss of 3 yards. It's 2nd down. That's the end of regulation.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a first throw here in overtime. Open man is Kirk, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Mac Wilson.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and the Jets are going to get a new set of downs.
New York.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That'll be complete to Breida. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And they're going with some extra beef up front. They've got to have this one in overtime. It's 3rd and 1. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And this is picked up by the Browns. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Gun now on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Once again, it's Mostert.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, there's three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends. They're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, the guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Flushed out right, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Intercepted by the Jets. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. That's caught inside the 20. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Jets, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.